meteorologist Max Logano.
Well, a very good Wednesday. No, it's not Wednesday, psych, it's actually Thursday. But regardless of which day it is, it's just been warm and humid for basically the past 4 or 5 days. And tonight, no exception, with temperatures around 73 in Oakdale to 72 to Quincy. Here in Lake Charles, we're at 71 degrees with a mixture of some low clouds and some clear skies. Those low clouds are only going to become more common throughout the rest of the night as humidity continues to increase. We're coolest yet at the coastline, 67 degrees over in Cameron. But as far as the overall picture here, things are pretty quiet with generally clear skies. Nothing really in terms of any precipitation, and we're not expecting any heading into the rest of the evening. But what we are expecting, again, more low clouds and eventually fog, where I think even as early as, say, 9, 10, maybe even 11 o'clock, we start seeing fog develop at the coastline, move inland, and some of that fog could be locally dense with visibilities under half a mile. So let's take a look at Futurecast. Honestly, doing a pretty good job with the placement of some of those low clouds already moving in from the Gulf, and they'll only continue to head farther north throughout the evening hours, and eventually fog looks to develop and become quite widespread heading into the overnight hours. So that means, yeah, it's going to be a mild, humid, and foggy start to the day tomorrow, so use caution on that commute to work and school or wherever you may need to go. But then we head into the rest of the day, fog eventually starts to dissipate a little bit more. And like today, how warm we get will depend on how long any cloud cover can hold on for. If like today, we see clouds break up during the middle and later part of the morning, then I think we get closer to the 80-degree mark once again. If not, probably end up a couple degrees lower than those numbers you see there. Even still, though, upper 70s at the very least looks like a pretty good bet. Then we do this all over again tomorrow night. So yeah, this pattern's been very persistent, not much in the creativity department, I must say. So when is the next time we see changes to this pattern? That is going to be later on into the weekend, or I think more likely by early next week. Eventually, cold fronts tries to move into our area sometime on Monday or maybe even closer to Tuesday. So rain chances until Monday look pretty limited. Now on Tuesday, this front moves through, maybe stalls out a little bit. That, I think, is when we see a better chance of showers and maybe even some thunderstorms. We'll be here to keep an eye on that for you. We're also not done talking about rain chances. A second front may develop off to the west by Thursday and bring another chance for rain to southwest Louisiana. So that's why our rain chances, they do go up Tuesday and Thursday. They may need to be bumped up a little bit more. So we'll give the first alert. We'll continue to keep a close eye on those two fronts. Now, because we are talking about cold fronts, usually we're talking about colder air behind those fronts, but especially early in the week, there's just not much of that in sight. I still think temperatures remain quite warm through at least Tuesday. It may take until later on next week behind that second cold front to see some cooler air, maybe temperatures more seasonable for this time of year. But yeah, I might need to break out the bathing suit for the weekend.
Yeah, it's way too hot for this to be February, but you know, records.
Yep, we get to talk about them.
All right, thanks, Max. Still to come as